I've come up with these two gizmos for resawn lumber. Now, yeah, I've seen a lot of, people call them carriages or they call them sleds. I like to think of these things as two different sized push and pull sticks. And here's the handle. You push it here, and after you cut something off, you can grab it here and pull the whole steel out of there. Always keeping your hand way away from that really scary carbide blade. Also, what scares me is these adjustable sleds or carriages that I've seen. I don't believe in that. This is my adjustment right here. And this is a joined, perfectly straight edge. That's where the fence on the push stick is held a little bit back from that. So you push that there, and now you slide that carriage. Here's the adjustment. This thing is rock solid. Here's the straight edge on the smaller unit. This one is for doing sides. So it has a 4-inch fence on it. And this one is the push-pull stick for doing backs and tops. So it has a full 9 1/4 2x10 fence on it. And the appropriate beds. So I'll show you how it works. Set her down there, and I got a solid cast iron shaper bed there. And I take the fence and I tip it down for easy access. Then you go over and you grab your big old chunk of wood. I've got American walnut here, and you put the smooth side down on the bed. And the rough side that you want to make your first cut on and straighten out to the outside. Cut that big hump off. Then you pull it down to the end, to your handle on your pull stick. And now I'm going to line this up on each end of the log so I make a nice parallel cut. And so, down on this end I could get 9 1/2, 9 3/8 out of that, but the skinny spot is right about here. And I'm going to figure 9 1/2. I've pushed this end out to get that, and you can see I can get 9 3/4 down there. So next, with the wide end pushed tight, I'm going to come in here and drop a little wedges to keep that from going anywhere, so it stays parallel with the. And I've got some wedges on the end there too to keep it from rocking on what's not yet a flat surface, but it's the most flat one that I have. Now we'll drive some screws, 3 to be exact. One on the end, one down here. Get as long a screw as you have to. A 4-inch will do that. And then one down on this end of the log. And a 6. I'll put a 5-inch, 5 1/2 in there. So there you go, a little shim to keep the handle from pulling in, and drive her home. That's one. 4-inch screw is plenty good for the wide end of the log down here. And there's my joined edge. That's going to be run along the fence. And then on the end that's pulled away from the fence, get a big old long, as big and long a screw as you need to reach. There you go, 3 screws, and we're ready for our first cut. But before you do that, give it the old shake test. You got 1 high to keep it from, and you got 2 low. And what that does is keep this from, that is just rock solid. I'm rocking the push stick. Make sure that, that is, that log is one with the fence. Okay. So looking at it from this side, you can see you've got a nice flat and soon to be perfectly square edge. We got all of that, rid of all the hummage. And this is the pull part. Now, when I'm not making a video, you can just slide that fence over and grab this thing and just pull it out past that and bring it over that way to flip it and redo. I'll show you that now. All right, grab the gizmo, pull it out. Oh, Martha, that's heavy. Take her there, take out your screws. 1, 2, not a big long one. Pull out the wedges and flip her down back on the fence. I gotta take these wedges out too now. Now I'm going to take this perfectly flat slice. You got to flip it and put that nice flat side down. Turn it over. Pull her to the end. And now we'll line it up this way. And because this gusset is a perfect 90 degree and the fence and the bed align with it, when this lays flat, this next cut is going to be a perfect 90 degree. And you can't cut it any straighter when it's that solid in this carriage. The push-pull stick. The pretty good push-pull stick, I'll say. Okay, so getting the rough face of our log now aligned parallel with the fence. The white end is down here now. And you can see if I hook over, I'm going to be able to get 11 inches. So I have pushed the narrow end, oh, that right there, that's a good inch out, away from the fence, so that I get, so that I'm going to get 11 inches down here as well. Now we'll wedge it and screw it. Okay, so now I've got it aligned 11 inches from here, 11 inches down here, and drive 3 screws. 1 high, and 2 low. Now, you can't believe how solid this is in here. I mean, it's like one piece of wood. And this face now is going to be cut perfectly straight and flat along this jointed edge when I run it along the fence. So there you go, second cut. And now we have a perfectly square, flat corner. And I can't think of a safer way to cut a big heavy piece of hardwood than that. I call it the pretty good push stick.